Hey, welcome, 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 welcome to Tips. That's Tips. I know I got a southern twang, southern dialect, but that's Tips, T.I.P.S. And I'm not talking about Tip Harris. Shout out Tip. This is Tips, Truth in Plain Sight. Um, what I have going today is my first opportunity to speak to you all about certain things that I feel that are important um, in this makeup, in this matrix, in this construct, in this world that we call Earth, Mother Nature, beautiful self. Um, Speaking of that, that kind of has a perfect segue to go into the topic. And the topic today is AI versus everyone you love. Now, you know that AI is a very big part of our life. AI surrounds us every day, hence the computer, my phone on the side of me, arcade game, a TV. So AI is here. But as we understand it now, it's at a really I would say for the people in the conscious community, it's a lower frequency. For everyone else, it's basic. That doesn't scare me. The things that scare me is the fact that I believe for a fact that AI, the robots, and all the things that you see on TV, all these movies, they will be applicable by the time you and I transition from this world. They are making it. Let me repeat. I believe that the scariest thing that we have going on in this world is the AI, artificial intelligence, that's robots, will take over and run this world, or be a major part of this world before you or I transition out of this world. It's already happening. It's already happening. All thing you have to do is do your research. Now, if you wanted something, let's just say you wanted something so bad, would you let anyone stop you from getting it? Would you? So you have to have that same kind of mindset when you think about scientists and you think about these big wigs when they sit down and have these think tanks and they've done all that they can do in this world and now they want to make robots. So do you actually think that they will let anything stop them from making it happen? They won't. They won't. It's just like building um uh uh what they doing what's that, gentrification. All right, you have a neighborhood is ran down. The market is an acceptable market for those who have money. They come in, they tear everything down, they send people out here and abroad, and they rebuild. They gut everything that was there and they rebuild. All right. So that's the same mindset these scientists and these inventors that's making these robots. That's the same kind of intensity and fortitude that they have doing what they want to do. So I said that to say it's going to be in this lifetime. It's already slick here, but it's not on the mainstream. It's more behind the scenes, like in warehouses in some states. And I want to say, forgive me if I'm wrong, but I want to say in Las Vegas, they have restaurants that are serving. You can see it in your own warehouse if you're a warehouse worker. You can see the little arms packaging stuff, and that's at a smaller scale. I'm talking about being able to police the streets. That's what I fear. I'm talking about being able to converse with your children, like waking up to robots. You know, I'm talking about military, household. What about sports? You know what I mean? It's like a man cannot beat a robot. So I'm saying all that to say we have to have a conversation that's needed today. And I'm not talking about on my page. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about we need an organization that actually has the primary goal is to regulate AI. You know, man has always destroyed everything he touches. It's good for a minute, then it goes sour. We have to sit and have a real powwow on the regulation of AI because it is already here. We don't want to let this get too far out of our hands, out of our scope, and then try to double back and do something about it. By the time it'll be too late, they probably have policies in place where you can't do anything, and it'll be too late. That's a scary thought. That's a scary thought. That's a scary thought. It's almost like, you know, how they say, okay, black people are the truth. We are the ones that, you know, were the first on this planet. White people were pretty much uh, made or created, let's just say. And I'm not trying to offend anyone. I'm just saying that is history. That is the fact. You know, like go way before slavery, go way before that. Go way back to, you know, the temples and Egyptians and shit really way back before then. I use Egyptians and the pyramids because to this day you can't find no one or no literature that suggests that that machinery was used to build pyramids. You know, you can't. So I'm saying that to say, way back when man was first here, it was told that the black man was the first man. The white man was created. So what I'm trying to say is, as it relates to AI, it's like since the white man knows that and keep his foot on our throat, it's like he has to make something. He has to do something and allow something to be made that will trump blacks race, China race, Hispanic, Latino, whatever. You know where I'm going with it. It's just like he always got to be in control. He always got to make the best thing ever. And my problem is, and this is what this video is for, my problem is, what are the repercussions and the consequences for that? If you don't have no money, you can't run. And a few $100,000, a few million ain't nothing. Let's just say the world will end. You can't run from that. You don't have that kind of money. You don't have that kind of plug. So you'll be left here to deal with it. So if you're left here to deal with it, brother, ain't nothing you can do. That's why I'm advocating right now. I woke up out of my sleep. I woke up out of my sleep feeling this way. Now, if you go back and look at all the, let's say Elon Musk, as soon as I started to research this topic, he was like the main one spearheading this conversation. And that was years ago. That's what let me know that this is a much needed conversation that we should have. This guy, I don't really know about him, but I just hear his name floating around, and I'm assuming he's making money. I think he's tied in with Tesla or something like that. I don't really know the cat. But I'm saying years ago, he was speaking about the topic that I'm talking about now. And I just woke up out of a dream. And my wife can tell you, I have those moments. When it's pressing my heart, I got to put it out. We need to focus on artificial intelligence, the regulations, the policies, what it can do, what it can't do, set limitations. But first, we need to be educated on it. We need to be educated on it. So my mission is to continue to bring awareness to situations in life that kind of goes under the radar, but is very important. And if you hence, that's why I named my page Tips, Truth in Plain Sight. It's like it's in plain sight. Everything they're doing is just you have to go and look. You have to go and research. But it's not like it's hidden and there is no pathway that you can't go down to find the information. It's there. It's very scary, the fact that these people are building artificial intelligence to mimic our lives. But what's not being spoke about is the fact that it will take away jobs. And when I say spoke about, it's like with a strong conviction and honest. Not no politically correct words being wrestled around, not no finessing, like really being talked about everything that could happen from the front end to the back end, A to Z. Because when you take away jobs, you take away the someone's meaning and will for life and for providing for their family, which can cause depression, which can cause chaos, violence, unhappiness, suicide. It's a black and mild. That's all it is. It can cause so much out here. Depression among black men is like it's unspoken pain that deeply affects the health and the quality of life of black people. You know what I mean? It's like, and I use black people because I start with me and my people first. But I'm just saying all people. Once AI gets its footing here, it could damage so much. I know it's good. I know Siri good. I know, I better not say it too loud because it come on. But I know that I know that. But where there's good, there's bad. Everything in life is duality. You know what I'm saying? Everything in life has a beginning and an end. And what I mean by that is like you're born, you die, you work, you retire. Even to the smaller scale, turn on the light switch, turn it off. You're either sick or you're healthy. So what I'm saying is with AI, the fear I have with AI, it'll do more harm to people than it would good if it's not regulated. I really was kind of like can do without it. But because, I don't have the money to stop anything, hey, it's going to be here. But I'm saying, though, there should be some regulations in it where people won't lose their jobs so much. And if so, like create a system where, and really, this is really what I've always been suggested to rule the world. Like there shouldn't be a hierarchy. There shouldn't be capitalism where there's always someone at the top, then you have the bottom man that's creating the doing all the work, and there's a tier of people that just sits at the top, and the bottom man is doing the work, and there's a first place and a second place and a third place. It should all be even. It should all be equal. The biggest lie I've learned that all man is equal. Taking that pledge and all that. And I love America, don't get me twisted. I love my freedoms. I really do. But it came so backwards. It's really not a freedom. It's just you free to be dumb, basically. Basically. You have to get out of here and push and strive. Now you tell me all the things that humans have done to make this country a great place, to make this world a great place. AI intelligence will undermine that. And I really feel that from the bottom of my heart. AI intelligence will someday undermine that. They have robots now that can outdo. You get a robot some rules and some regulations, their robot can beat any person who at the top of their game. Then they can go and beat multiple people simultaneously in that same game. If robots come to the level of my fear, oh man, it's over with for the world. COVID is nothing. It'll be over with for the world. It'll almost be like what you see on the movies where like Terminator and like apocalyptic, just like excuse me, like apocalyptic times where people are living like savages. Like savages. You gotta rob and steal and take and live in the woods and kill and fish and hunt, and you know what I mean? It's like that would be the daily. College, school, and all that, man, that should be so far gone. That'll be the daily. That's how you live. We have to start setting up and speaking out as a people. Damn the race thing, because all that shit is like propaganda, man. We know by now, like we see by now that, hey, once some major's finna happen, man, they're gonna throw something at you. You pay attention to what they throwing at you, and they over here making moves, man. And this ain't the video for all the answers. This is the video to get the shit started. Let's get the conversation started. I promise you this won't be the last video. Matter of fact, this is my first video I've put on YouTube. But I promise you it won't be the last. Speaking about artificial intelligence, that is. You know what I mean? I just want to put that out there so you can be so you can start jostling and wrestling your thoughts in your mind. You know, maybe this can be a water cooler conversation at work. We have to start like talking about the importance of regulations with artificial intelligence. Then we have to get to the point where we're doing something about it. Because these people who make it, they won't just have it for fun. They're going to use it in the best interest of them. You think you have a robot that could run as fast as anything that's already on Earth, that can shoot as many times as any gun on Earth, that can jump as high as anything, the highest jumping thing on Earth, and we go to war, you don't think them people will use that? You don't think them people will use that when we trying to march and protest and instead of uh uh people dying, you don't think they'll just set them robots out there? So people, they will use it uh in their for their advantage, in their best interest. And I hope it doesn't get to that point. But see, right now, we don't need hope. We don't need hope. We need understanding on what we can do, how to curve those type of situations, how to eliminate those type of situations. It's time to get a deeper conversation going about the world that surrounds us. That's my tip, man. Peace.